there is one thing that Apple does with like their iPhone and iPads that I absolutely love. And it's one of the few things where I can say I love that Apple does this, because Google doesn't really do this. And that is the fact that when you log in with your Apple ID and you're getting like, say, a new phone, it brings everything over, all your settings, everything is the exact same on that phone as your last phone was.
Yeah.
And I love it. Because I set up, that's what I do at my job. I set up phones for people. I work the connections department. And when people have iPhones, they log in with their Apple ID and it's the same wallpaper, icons in the same place, same apps, same folders, everything, all the settings are the same.
Well, my wallpaper syncs on Android.
Yeah, I heard Android syncs wallpapers now. It only did that once for me. When I was setting up an Android for somebody, I didn't know Android did that, and it synced the wallpaper, and I have no idea how to make it do that, because mine doesn't. But I logged someone into their Android once, just one person ever, and it synced his wallpaper. I was like, I've never seen that before. But I wish it synced everything, which I know is a lot harder, especially with the fact that like my whole setup is because of like Nova and Exposed and stuff, but
yeah.
Like, I just wish it could do some things.
But it's like, you know how you can go into these individual apps and you can choose backup your setting.
Mm-hmm.
If Google had some way of allowing the developers to make those backups back up to your account, like Google Drive, we already have Google Drive. And Google has been pushing Google Drive to be like the storage. Yeah. That's why they released all those separate apps for Sheets and Docs and Slides. Because they want those to be where you go for each of those individual things, and they want Drive to be the storage. They want it to be file storage. So just make a backup folder, and you could have a separate backup folder for each of your devices, or one separate thing, and then all of your apps can just automatically back up their settings and information to that.
And that's how Apple does it with their iCloud. All the apps and stuff, they all sync like settings and crap to the iCloud, but it's not like there's a folder with the settings. It's like in your iCloud and you can't really see it, but it's saving all your settings. Yeah. I just wish Google did that with Drive. It was just saving everything. So when I log in with a new device, I have the same experience I just had. That is one of my biggest problems with reflashing ROMs is now I have to go and set everything up again.
Back all those settings. Yeah, every time sometimes I like to do a factory reset and not have it back up my stuff. Yeah. Just because I know that it's probably going to re-download apps that I may not have used in several months. So I figure every once in a while I just do a fresh start. And if I need the app, I will reinstall it.
Yeah, no, I have this like paranoid thing where whenever I do a restart, I never let Google re-download my apps for me. I open up Google Play, go to my apps, and then I go to like my apps again. And I go through everything. And if it's something I never use, I delete it from the list, so it's not saved anymore. And then I just install everything manually, which takes forever. But that's because I had some issue with my S3, back when I used to root and ROM my S3, where every time I did a reflash, no matter what I was using for a ROM, I tried like 4 different ROMs, there would be issues when I had it re-download all the apps by itself. So now I'm like paranoid I'm gonna get that issue, so I just never do it anymore.
Yeah, they ruined your trust. I remember you talking.
I want a Nexus and I want Exposed, and that's it. I don't want to deal with ROMs anymore. They drive me crazy, especially bugs.
Yeah, I can't even tell you how much better it is being stock. Like every time I used to root in the past, it was to get that stock experience. Now I have it, so now I can just worry about adding the features that I really wanted.